Hey, what's up everybody? Video 44 coming at you in another video. Alright, so the score was 107-81. The Lakers blew the Chicago Bulls out to complete our summer league. 3-game winning streak in the end after going on a 6-game losing streak to start. I'd say we finished very, very high. Very, very happy about that. We didn't see none of our main guys. Castleton only had 14 minutes. Bronny didn't play. My other guy, Connect, did not play as well. But boy, did we see some stuff out of some people we hadn't seen a whole lot from. Who the hell is Grayson Murphy? Lakers. Who the hell is that? He had 5 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals, and 0 turnovers in 24 minutes. Who the hell is that? And why am I barely seeing him now? You trying to tell me we had Sean East running around, Sean Prince, Torian East running around all this time and losing games when you had a dude on your bench who's this intelligent and this capable? And we ain't see him until the final game? What are y'all doing? Clearly, this is somebody I need to see more of. Clearly. I don't need to tell you guys to invite him to camp. You should have already considered that when you watched him do what he just did for the last hour and a half. This dude had a legendary summer league game outside of scoring the ball. And he would have had more assists if people would have simply did certain things that they didn't do. Some guys were trying to pass off of his passes. Nah, just keep shooting. He'd have had like 13, 14 assists, man. No turnovers. And on the defensive end, as soon as he came into the game, he was getting steals on hustle plays, offensive rebounds. Dude had 3 offensive rebounds. Grayson Murphy. League him. That's the first thing that needs to be said. Second thing that needs to be said is Blake Hinson was firing. He was firing and he was hitting shots. 5 out of 14 from behind the arc. 14 attempts from behind the arc. He was shooting. Definitely love that from him. Blake Hinson did some good things, rebounding the ball as well. Seems like everybody on our team had rebounds. Offensive rebounds. We really crushed the Chicago Bulls in a very serious way. It was threes and boards pretty much the whole way. You love what you saw from Moses Brown. Again, he's playing well with the minutes given. I thought he was a little aggressive, not as he was looking to be aggressive, but there were certain instances that I thought he could have made a play where he make an easy pass to a different guy or something like that that would have made his stats and his overall production better. So aggressiveness is good. Intelligence and aggressiveness combined is great, and that's what you want to look for guys like Moses Brown who've been around for a while. It's not just about being aggressive. It's about making the smart play. That's what's going to get you what you need. And there were certain situations where I thought he was being aggressive, but no concern for what was going on around him, what potentially made his life easier. But all in all, I thought he's been playing pretty well, and I'm glad he's here defensively and offensively rebounding. He did a lot of good things with the aggression and with the motor. So you can't be mad at a guy. And if guys are, Jokic, they would be MVP candidates. You know what I mean? Not everybody Jokic. That's just not a real thing. But that's something to say. Olivari, the dude I was telling you on the last game that I thought did some good things moving laterally, and I wanted to see more from him. He had a really good game. He also launched 1 million 3-point shots. I think he was like 6 of 13 or something like that. Definitely love what I saw from him. I think he had like 18 points he finished the game with. Very, very fantastic. And you could just see, as I said, the whole summer league, what it looks like when you have an actual guy facilitating the ball to these people. Isn't that what we've been complaining about? And you trying to tell me Murphy been sitting on our bench the whole time, capable of doing this, and you didn't have a facilitator on the floor? Do you know how much better all of those guys would have been if you would have just allowed Murphy and Kuzi to be the point guards that you utilize? And of course, we wanted to see Bronny James utilized as a point guard, but they weren't on that type of time for whatever reason. It should have been. But Murphy could have been. Dog, we would have won some of these games we lost if y'all would have let this guy play and he played like this. Half of the shots the guys were trying to create for themselves, he would have had so much better going on. He was showcasing the lesser guys on our roster. Imagine what he would have been able to do with Bronny. Imagine what he would have been able to do with Castleton on the floor. Imagine what Murphy would have been able to do with Connect next to him, hitting all these shots off of his passes. He was making passes. It was almost like he was playing pool out there. Just kick off the clock, ding over there, bing, bing, bing. I'm like, yo, this dude is He's doing the type of stuff that Reed Shepherd's doing, basically. People were like, oh, Reed Shepherd's amazing because he's making plays and hitting shots. That's what Murphy was doing. Heady stuff, like intelligent stuff, floor general stuff. I cannot believe I'm finally seeing this guy, and he was capable of doing all the things I've been complaining about. Watching that Celtics game when we didn't even have a facilitator on the floor giving the ball to Sean East so he can dribble into nowhere and throw it off of nothing for games and games and games. Dog, Murphy's 3 times the player Sean East is. 3 times. Literally. It's not even close. So yeah, I'm highly irritated with how the coaching staff handled this roster. Valero Bodon played very well, one of our G League guys. He had 3 out of 4 threes. Tonight, I didn't even know he could shoot the damn 3, but he had a pretty good game, to say the least, shooting the ball. Did some good things on the boards as well. You just saw everybody look better because someone was getting them the ball. That's what it really came down to. My boy Kuzi had 8 points. I like what I saw from him. Off of a, naturally, Murphy steal. He hit a 3-point shot in transition. I like the type of play we were running out there in that regard. And you just got to give credit to the guys who haven't been given opportunities. Murphy, Valero Bodon, and Olivari and Henson were killing it tonight. That was really what it was about. Sprinkling some Moses Brown on the glass. That's really what it was about tonight. We just destroyed these people on the rebounding glass and jacked up like 43 threes or something like that as a team and shot just under 40%. I mean, that's the story. Chicago just, they're not half the team we are when we got a facilitator on the floor helping us at all times. When we're not doing the Sean Prince thing, the Torian East thing, which drove, I thought it was just me. And listening to most of Laker Nation, I realized a lot of people felt the same way. Like, this dude is, he's probably the weakest guy we got. No kidding. Like, not trying to be disrespectful to Sean East, but he's probably the weakest dude on the team. And they gave him all them damn minutes for all them damn games. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And you had Grayson Murphy sitting over there with the capability of doing this? Who is coaching this team? Who's watching what? And why didn't you know he could do this? Like, I'm more irritated than I am excited. Like, you trying to tell me this dude could have been doing this all summer league? What are we doing? So anyway, that's really what it's about, man. Love what I saw from Henson, being aggressive, shooting the ball, getting boards, pushing people around. His big body size really helped us in some sequences out there. Buzelis couldn't do nothing with him on one play. It was funny because I think Buzelis came back down and threw him. What's our guy's name? Played well. I can't think of his name, but it was a flagrant foul Buzelis had on our Frenchman, and I think it was directly reactionary to him having trouble physically with Henson on the play before that. But that's just me. He also played well, our French guy, Torres, who I'm trying to remember his name. He had a really good game in the last one. I forgot to mention him. He was one of our better players, and I just simply forgot to mention his name. But he's been playing great all summer league. I'm not surprised by that. He's just a really good hustle player, and you saw hustling pretty much from everybody out there. I mean, that's one thing I can say about these Lakers over the last 3 games. The players we've been using have been showing a lot of heart, a lot of care for trying to be, aggressive out there. I thought that was good. Good motor is what I saw from the guys we were using. Desperation to make the team and get an invite. I thought they all really seized the moment very well. We also didn't see Max Lewis out there. Didn't miss him. I ain't gonna lie, I did not miss Max Lewis. I like that he got some summer league run, but he has a lot of developing to do, and he's like the anti-Grayson Murphy. It's like it's all him when he's got the ball. It's all him. Sometimes he makes plays for others, but the majority of the time he's looking to do what he needs to do for himself. And if it happens to help the team, cool. If not, oh well, kind of stuff. I'm not really a fan of that type of thing. I'm more of a Grayson Murphy type of guy. Get everybody involved, play on the defensive end, don't turn the ball over. That's my type of play. I like this. This is where I'm at with it. Smart, heady players. So yeah, man, that was awesome. That was awesome to see a guy come out of nowhere. From what I understand, he had gotten like 4 minutes in one game, and we ain't seen him ever since. He come out here, get some real minutes, and basically play flawless. I thought that was unbelievably awesome, and it was a real masterclass from a player you never heard of. Absolute masterclass. A 5-year guy at that. So He had done 5 years at whatever school. And for those who were wondering why 5 years instead of 4, it's because of the COVID year. They gave those guys an extra year in college for that generation. So he's a 5-year guy, and he showed it, man. He's definitely ready to be a real connective piece, and apparently on both sides of the floor. So for me, I think it's a no-brainer, especially for our circumstances, to try to see if he can do that again. See if he can really do that. Was that just an anomaly where he was playing as amazing, or is this who we can expect him to be to some degree? And if this is who we expect him to be to some degree, then you found something in Grayson Murphy, whoever the hell that is. So yeah, man, that is awesome. The way that whole thing played out. Love what I saw from Olivari, another player that I thought probably should have gotten more minutes throughout the course of the summer league. I saw him do good things in the last game, even though it didn't really show up in the box score. Tonight it showed up in the box score. He's a 3-point shooter just like Henson, and he let them fly, and they fell well. So yeah, man, all in all, just great 3-point shooting from 3 guys that we just haven't seen much of, with the exception of Henson. The Bodine, Valerio Bodon, I don't know how to say his name correctly, shooting 3 out of 4 from behind the arc really helped us. Had a block, had some steal as well, some rebounds. His energy was good. Number 55 out there, I can't remember his name. His energy was pretty good as well. He came in, a guy we had never seen before, Nicholas, I believe it is. He played well with the minutes given. So it was just good to see some people that we hadn't seen. And as a result, of course, we got better results than we had beforehand. Blew this team all the way out. And as I said about our Summer League team, we're just getting better. Unfortunately, that was it. That was the end of the schedule for us. But, you know, you would love to have seen it extend maybe 3 or 4 more games to see this team hit its peak, because they're starting to finally learn how to play with one another. So I wouldn't be against extending the Summer League, to be honest with you, especially since most of the guys in the Summer League are not going to be in the regular season anyway. I would not be against that. For the NBA, for a million different reasons, including ratings, familiarity with these players, experience that they would otherwise be receiving, and just for extra basketball, since it's a horrible August for most basketball fans. Let that thing extend into the beginning of August, if you really want to know what I think. You add about 3 or 4 more games to the Summer League, and you're going to have a better, happier overall fan base that's not longing for more basketball than they're able to receive. Because that's really what it comes down to. August is awful for NBA fans, and it's only the superstars that are actually going on vacation. The rest of these guys need to be working out and getting in game shape any damn way. So you should extend the Summer League. That's what I think, because what you have going on with this Laker team is them finally starting to learn how to play with one another. We went through 6 games of them dudes playing like the chicken with the head cut off, because the coaches didn't know what certain guys can do, and the players didn't know each other. Now when the games are finally getting to a point where we can actually watch them, and you're starting to see what all your roster is, it's too late. Now it's over with. The only people who get to keep going are the ones who started off well anyway. It's like, no, that betrays the understanding of what progression is actually about. This is exactly how it goes. So if you give teams 4 or 5 more games, you're going to get 4 or 5 more opportunities to see these guys get better, and ultimately be more ready for the playoffs. I mean, ready for the regular season and ready for the summer, whatever they call it. Preseason is what I'm trying to say. So that's my take on things, man. Extend the Summer League, please. Do that, because our team is finally actually watchable, and now it's time to actually root for the guys. We finally know who all is here. You know, the Summer League is over. It's just, no. That betrays everything we're trying to do here. So development is good on some of those guys. I just think that next year we need to have a bit more of a complete team, or just know what we can use. If I would have known Murphy could do what he could do, then obviously I would have been lobbying for him to play sooner, and he would have showcased all of our players better, and as I've already said. So not having a facilitator out there Torian East in the whole situation, which was just a eyesore for all of Laker Nation. We end on a high note. 3-game winning streak. Love what I saw. Love how they crashed the glass. Love the motor on our guys. And just wish there was more ball now that they're finally starting to find one another. So that's pretty much what I got to say, man. That's my take on things. No big names out there, but I did enjoy the game. Oh, one more thing. I do think we kind of dropped the ball on getting Bronny James some more reps. I understand that his representation and his last name and all of that, posturing, all of that, you know, we're sitting our big names. But he's a 55th overall pick. He needed to be out there. Period. That posturing betrayed his development. That's what I want to say. I understand we got an opportunity to look at other people, which I'm very thankful for. If Bronny was out there, maybe we don't see as many minutes as some of these other guys that I've come to understand. So maybe that's a good reason to sit a lot of people. But at the end of the day, 55th overall pick, he don't need to be sitting no games in the summer league. Done. He has development to do, and he's getting better. So that you're posturing like he's the first overall pick because of his last name, because of the media attention, all that other goofy stuff, doesn't help him. It hurts him. While y'all trying to posture or whatever. That's what I'm talking about. Like, we don't need to act like Bronny's further developed just because of the attention he's receiving and because of how he was pushed into the situation. If anything, we need to be betraying all of that so that he can get the development that allow him to be showcased better under the pressure that he's under. So that he can develop better, so that he can show better while everybody's watching. So I just think people are being goofy about this whole Bronny James situation as it pertains to Clutch and his representation. There is no way in hell he should not have been playing every single game of this summer league so long as he was healthy. No way in hell. BDL 44. I thank y'all for watching.